These are the top 7 cities in the US that are safe and affordable, and I'm wondering why no one else is giving us this list. It took me 2 months to make this list, and I tried to make it as unbiased as possible, unless the city is in New Jersey. Mind you, real estate prices jumped higher than a bag of chips in a gas station. So we all want to be able to own a house one day. Before being a millionaire means that you have a house in like 2040. No place is perfect, but we will find a place in these cities where we can say, yeah, this was worth the price. Not like California and New York, where an old shack is worth $1.5 million. These cities are not in order of which are the best, but they all offer a good quality of life. Number 1, let's start with Plano, Texas. This city almost has 300,000 people living in it and is rated number 5 in the best cities to live in America. A lot of people, I imagine, have been talking to us about Plano, and a lot of people are already moving there. There they have great schools, very family friendly, and has decent weather, so you can escape the heavy winters of Chicago. The lake over there is nice in the summer, but for a lot of us, the winter makes everything worse. Plano has a dense suburban feel to it where most people own their homes, but it doesn't feel like we live in a cornfield in the middle of Pennsylvania. There is a lot of greenery, and the city does a good job of keeping up, as in cleaning the city. A house here will cost about $415,000, which is about average for the entire country, which is affordable. A major employee here is Toyota, so if you are in the car industry or you are interested in working in the car industry, then you may be able to land a good job here. Plano, Texas just sits north of Dallas, so we could drive down there to catch some sports, see how the Mavericks are doing now, especially since Luca is getting paid a $346 million contract. We can also enjoy a lively downtown full of things to do if we would like to switch up the pace to a more established downtown. The Dallas airport is about 30 minutes away from Plano. That way we can finally catch that flight to Miami that we've been planning. So this city has great proximity to all that you need to live a safe, calm, yet fun lifestyle. Number 2, we got Round Rock, Texas, which sits just above Austin, Texas, which is the capital of the state, and it has about 120,000 people. People who live here love the sense of community and lots of activities and opportunities where you can meet people, unlike cities like Los Angeles, where there are so many people, yet it's hard to meet anybody. The city also feels very safe, and the fact that the downtown area has free parking makes it so much easier to plan a night out. A house here will cost about $340,000, which is below average for the US. Here, your money will go further when you look to buy a house. Most people here own their homes, which helps develop that sense of community here. Not so transient like Las Vegas or New York City, where people may spend no time to get to know your neighbors, because once that lease is over, they're gone. One of the biggest employers here is Dell. If you have a tech background, or you can even land a job as help desk, moving here could make a great opportunity to buy a home with an affordable price and a salary that can make it sustainable to live in a communal, safe, and still have access to great schools in the area. Austin, Texas is only 30 minutes away if you want to enjoy some of that lively music scene, shows, and events that the Texas capital has to offer. If Tesla in Austin employs you, it makes it a reasonable commute while you get paid a great salary. Number 3, now let's check out Richardson, Texas. This is the last city in Texas on this list, I promise. This city just sits south of Plano, Texas, and this city is smaller with about 100,000 people living in it. This will be better for you than the rest if you prefer that slower pace of life. People who live here love the diverse set of food and restaurants options available, the friendliness of the people who live here, and how safe people feel when they live there. A house there will cost about $380,000, which is below the US national average. So you can afford to buy a home here. These prices will soon be gone forever when the Federal Reserve, which is the US central bank, decides to lower interest rates. When they announce that they'll lower interest rates, which it seems like a lot of people are waiting for the interest rates to reach 5% or lower, but right now we are about a little higher than 7%. A major employee here is Fossil and Blue Cross Blue Shield. Dallas is a little closer this time around, so you could still have access to all those big city amenities, and it'll make the commute even better if you have to work over there. Number 4, next we got Overland Park in Kansas. This city is rated number 2 in the best cities to live in the United States. If you look at the niche.com grading, it is almost A's across the board. This city has about 200,000 people living in it, where most people own their home. Remember, when most people own their homes, that means it will be better kept up. Where people mostly rent, they usually trash the place. Look at New York City, for example, full of trash. Overland Park is rated one of the safest cities in the country, and even with that reputation, a house here will only cost about $360,000, which is a good amount below the national average. The biggest employers here are Sprint and healthcare companies. Everything that you need from food, entertainment, and parks will only be 20 minutes away, so no more sitting in traffic that'll last longer than your night eating out. People here are very friendly, and if you enjoy having all seasons, that's exactly what you can expect here. This city just sits below Kansas City, which is about 20 minutes away, where you can enjoy art, jazz, jazz, sports, and some good barbecue allegedly. Comment below and let me know if you tried Kansas City barbecue and tell me if it's as good as they say it is. Number 5, let's talk about Port St. Lucie in Florida. This town is dope. You can do horseback riding on the shore, get some produce at the Fort Pierce's farmers market, and walk tons of trails. There are about 210,000 people that live here, and the grand majority of people own their homes. This city offers a lifestyle that feels like you're on vacation every single day. From being close to the beach, parks full of greenery, and scenic views of the ocean where you can fish and boat around, the people here are kind. They'll greet you with a smile and overall have a great vibe. A home here will cost about $300,000, which is well below the national average. You'll see your dollar go further over there. The city itself is pretty chill with not much going on in itself. It sits about 40 minutes south of Vero Beach if you want to enjoy a more active beach town, and it is also about 45 minutes north of West Palm Beach, which is one of the most beautiful beaches on the east coast of Florida, well, the country for that matter. Not only that, but the wages are higher in West Palm Beach, so if you land a job there, living in Port St. Lucie offers a pretty reasonable commute. All right, number 6. Okay, so now we're gonna go a little bit more north where we have Huntsville, Alabama. Alabama is something that we don't expect to provide one of the top and safest cities, but the people in this city have outdone themselves. This city is literally number 4 in the top cities to live in the United States according to niche.com, and offers a dense suburban feel to it. The city is well known as the Rocket City for its role in space exploration and for its vibrant community feel. Nice parks, trails, and plenty of jobs are available here. There are about a little more than 200,000 people living here, and a house here will cost about $240,000, which is way below the national average and the lowest price on this list. Honestly, I think this is the very last time that we'll see prices this low. So if you think this city is a good choice for you, it'll be a great one. The closest major city to Huntsville, Alabama is Nashville, Tennessee. It is about 2 hours away, and you can enjoy the lively Gaslamp district, like music scene, and amazing breweries. Real quick, if you haven't already subscribed, please do if you find value in this video and to see more videos like this. And for subscribing, I'm going to leave something extra at the end of the video. Number 7. Now, the last city on this list is Naperville, Illinois, which is rated the number 1 city to live in America according to niche.com, which includes number 1 for raising a family and for public schools. The public schools are actually ranked first in the country, so you can save money on private school or not having to worry about budgeting more time for homeschooling. The city has about 150,000 people in it, where the majority of people own their home. A home in the city will cost about $480,000, which is a bit above the national average for the country. The city offers great shopping with free parking and no meters. Any big box store that you need, like Target or Walmart, will be a short distance away. This is a place where kids can be kids and are safe with great schools. The major employers in the city are in the healthcare industry. This city also sits about 50 minutes away from Chicago. This will offer you to be able to get a job in Chicago with a pretty reasonable commute, not to mention all the things that Chicago have to offer, like food, museums, nightlife, and Lake Michigan. Let me know if you agree with this list, and if I missed anything, feel free to mention them in the comment section below. Here's something extra that I prepared for you guys. The homes in this list are worth between $240,000 and $480,000. Now, if we were to pull up a mortgage calculator and we will compare how much these homes will cost monthly now compared to, let's say, when interest rates drop to 5%. Right now, a home at the current interest rates, which are about a little higher than 7%, with a home that is valued at $240,000 will cost about $1,700 monthly. And all these monthly expenses I'm going to mention do not include HOA, home insurance, property taxes, and all other obligations or expenses. Now, with that interest rate in mind, with a home that is valued at $480,000 will cost about $3,400 monthly. Now, let's look at it with a 5% interest rate. A home valued at $480,000 will cost about $2,600 monthly. That is $800 less monthly, and yearly almost $9,000 less donated in interest to the bank. Then applying that 5% interest rate to a home valued at $240,000 will be $1,300. That is $400 less, and about $5,000 less donated in interest every year to the bank. That is why a lot of people are waiting for interest rates to go down. But keep in mind, you're not the only one. There are thousands, maybe even millions of people waiting for the same thing. So when that happens, home prices will go higher. Now, there are some real estate agents that will tell you that you should buy now so you could secure the price of the home, and then when interest rates go down, you can just refinance. But that's easier said than done. To get the best rates, you need to have a basically perfect credit score to even get the 7% interest rate that I mentioned. So speak to a financial professional to consider whether buying a house now to secure the price and pay a little more monthly, yearly will be a better choice than for you to wait for the monthly costs to go down, but for the price of the home to go up. And besides, there's no guarantee, nor do we have a time frame when the Federal Reserve, the US Central Bank, will decide to lower or higher interest rates. Right now, it's just a waiting game, and a lot of professionals are saying saying that maybe in 2025 we'll see interest rates go down, but we still don't know by how much. Thank you for making it this far. Please click on the video that YouTube recommends that it is the best next video for you to watch.